Hello, you join me for another episode of porting this MRAP to the Super Ruler series. So last time we got about this far, which is still not ideal, but we've got plenty of polys. I obviously have not done the turret yet, so we need to kind of work on that next. So we'll have a bit of a go at that today. So I'm going to go into edit mode, and we're just going to put some planes on for this. We're also going to have to do the engine at some point, so actually we will start with the engine. That looks just odd. Make it like that. Make it like that, and then just drop that down like so. What we want to do is actually we want to just extend this a little bit here. I'm just going to stick this in side mode so I can just eyeball it a bit better. So, and then we'll just move that down like that. And then what we can do is we can just add some thickness to these by using the solidify faces. And I'll just make it a little bit thicker. Yeah, so that sticks through the model then. Come to think of it, we could probably do it dropping this down as well. So let's have a look. Where is... So hide that a second. So we can see that, and then we'll just drop that down. That should actually give us a decent bake there. Yeah. Done that. We might have to do something with the windows and whatnot, make those pop out a little bit, just so it does a decent job. So, because obviously we're missing a little bit of detail like so. So next thing is we'll add these plates and then mock up of the machine gun. So again, we'll just start with planes. These should all be, no, they're all going to be roughly different sizes. So what we'll just do is we'll make the back one first. Which isn't actually symmetrical. No, it's not on the... What I just do is just keep messing with this like so. And then we'll just center it a little bit. Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll just... Yeah, I'll make these as the same frame. So what I'll just do is I'll create some new polys like so. Yeah, that's the wrong button. You know, it might be worth if I just rotate this a little bit. Like so. Just gonna stretch that a little bit further. Like I say, it only has to be roughly in the right place. And then we'll just... do this so it's roughly in line. move these forwards. So that's not perfectly square. Let's move that. So join the edges and make the face like so. And because this is a little bit off center now, just tuck that in like that, and then we'll just do the same over here. We'll just create 2 new vertices. So just add the face there. While we're at it, add the point, 1 point, second point, and we'll actually move this back here. So we create a face like so, and then we'll just generate the whole face. So now what we want to do is just solidify this. So we'll just do, and we want to do minus, and not that thick. Probably. Oh yeah, I noticed that I need to move this set back, don't I? Like so. Yeah. And that'd probably be okay for that. So now we've got the 2 plates. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make this as a separate object and then just mirror it over, since they look identical. Can be a little bit lazy then with this. Like so. And we'll just go into edit mode. I will just manually move these faces. Like so. Gonna drag this corner out. Not gonna model these little pegs here, that won't be seen. And what we want to do is we want to extrude this face to about there. And then we want to just move this back in a little bit. Like so. Anyway, again, we want to solidify the faces on this. Go a little bit thicker than that, I think. Yeah, that'll do us. I'm going to go back into edit mode. Want to apply a mirror modifier on this. Like so. Puts it pretty much bang in the right position. We can always tweak this a bit. Then we want to join that with our cube. There we go. So what I'm going to just do is move this slightly out. So we'll just go select linked. And we'll just move this slightly out so it gets baked too properly. Okay, and that's that detail. Trying to think, is there some other little details we want to do over here? No, so what we'll just, maybe we could do the jerry cans. Maybe we should put some planes for this. Well, I'm going to go with cubes. Make the windows pop out a little bit. So we want to have that like so. Make this about the size of the window. And then we're just going to shrink it back a little bit. Just so that seems okay. Yeah, I think that'll probably be okay. That might give us a decent result then. And we also want to create one for the back. Like so. Okay. So we're getting there. Really got the machine gun to make next. What I'm going to just do is do a quick unwrap. Go back into edit mode. And just do a quick bake. Just see what it looks like. I did also change the setting here, which seems to have made a little bit of a difference with the whole baking procedure. See, definitely looks a little bit better. Still these green patches though I don't like. But definitely getting there. Yeah, it looks much better now, I think, with the box. Looks like it's got a bit of depth to it. So we'll just hit the render. And we'll have a look what it looks like in the render. And I didn't save the UV. Yes, that's what I'm going to say. I keep forgetting this. So we'll just try again. Yeah, it didn't do that for some reason. Which is weird. Oh, it's because we didn't apply the material to everything, so we just need to delete that material. And assign it to everything else. Again, we'll just do another unwrap. And we'll have a bake. Oh, that's far better. Yep, far better. Okay. Time to make this sort of area now with the machine gun. So we're gonna go back to Cube, go back into edit. Not gonna do a highly detailed. This machine gun's way too detailed. We'll just do some boxes with and the shield. Then we might actually have to have a look at this engine actually, because there's still that bleed off there. which is a bit annoying. So we'll just do extrusion, just scale by X. And we'll just move it down a little bit so it tapers. That should theoretically solve that problem. Okay, let's get on to the machine gun now. Put that there, then we'll just extrude the face down. Well, we won't extrude the face, we'll slide the face down like so. We'll make this out of a couple of different, not cubes, cylinders, but we'll make them out of, like, let's say an 8, which, yeah, it's a bit high. But ultimately, I think it'll be fine. So yeah, that needs to go a little bit bigger. And again, we'll just pull that face out individually, like so. And then we'll just do this as a second barrel. So we'll just do an inset face. Actually, do I want an inset face? No, inset face is going to use a bit too many polys for this. We're not too bothered about putting cylinders in cylinders, for example. So we'll just do that. Again, it does need to be 100% perfect to this scale. We'll just draw this face out for now. Did not want to do that. And then we just want to do the ammunition box, maybe this little plane underneath and this pole, and then do the gun shield itself. Now it won't be a high res like this, it might just be like a square cutout. Might be the easiest and lowest poly thing to do. Since we're at 624, I don't want to go too much higher. So we'll go with the cubes again. So we'll just get this aligned. Oh, it's actually got that the right size, so that's fine. I'll just leave it like that. And then that's the machine gun box done. And we'll do the gun shield. So then I'll have another look at this front end. Some of these bits around the back here. There's a few errors. I actually wonder if I could do, if it's to do with the lighting as well. Could just try a quick lighting change like that. That might also help. We'll see how that goes. We can always delete the delete the extra lights. Okay, so actually we should make this circle here, shouldn't we? So I'll make this 12, just so it's not too obvious. Then we'll just inset that. Actually, we'll make a face. Inset a little bit. I don't like that insetting. That looks a bit weird. No, that does not look like it's going to go right, so we'll just do a small cylinder then. So, and then we'll just try and inset that. Actually, we won't even bother insetting the face, we'll just drop this down. So it roughly overlaps the model. Like that. And then we'll actually go onto the gun shield. We should actually do the gun shield now. Which is slightly angled, just to make things complicated. And we'll just shrink that in the sides, like so. That's more or less good enough. Delete this. Edge, and then we'll just extrude. Like that. Make the face. So, and then we'll do the same here. Then we'll just move these back a bit. Oh, that's drawn a face I did not want. So, and then we're just gonna have to, we need to then make this face up like so. And we'll just tilt these back a little bit. And then again, we're gonna, I'll be good if, maybe we should just taper these up a little bit like so. Then we're just gonna select all that, and then we're just gonna make it, add some thickness to it. Not that much thickness. Like that'll do. Okay, so that's the gun shield, the gun. So, say it might have to make these jerry cans, but very simple stick outs, I think is the thing to do. So I will just model these roughly, do a cube with an extra face on it, just so to keep it simple. Like that, and then we'll just add some new faces. So not 100% perfect. Yeah, actually, we'll do a little bit of a better job there. And then we'll just select these edges, and we'll seal it. So what I want to do is just quickly duplicate that. Go into object mode, use a mirror. Oh yeah, we need to apply all modifiers, which is why it doesn't work. So if you're not sure why it doesn't work, it's because this little dot here, this yellow dot, should be down here to mirror around it, because it's trying to mirror around that dot. So you just go Control A, apply all the transforms, and then you go, you have jerry cans on the other side now. So I'm just going to apply that, and I'm going to just join that with the base object, like so. Going back into the base object, we're just going to delete the other material it's created. Go back in, add a sign. Cool. So I'm just going to do another quick unwrap, like so. And then we'll go back into edit mode, and we'll just do another bake and see what it comes out like. So, yeah, I actually think that's not too far off being done now. And bear in mind that we're quite close up, you'll be kind of looking at it like this far away, so you'll never notice some of these details having been kind of hid quite well. So it's like that front might need a little bit more work. The back seems alright. So I don't want to go too much further because we are now at 832. Probably use way too many polys. I might do some optimization, show you that, because really should optimize these models a little bit better. And in a lot of cases, that can just be a case of just deleting faces. So yeah, I think I'm fairly happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might just leave it at that and start optimizing. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad at all. Like I say, you'll be seeing it from sort of this far away at a minimum. So yeah, so we're going to just do some quick optimization. So what do I mean by this? There's faces that you definitely won't see in game. So let's say here, delete only the faces. Yeah, that's cut like 10 faces off straight away. I mean 10 tries. This one, for example, would be good. Okay, some of these are only going to be 2s. But even just like a quick tidy up. I mean, technically, you can actually delete the whole bottom of the model because no one's ever going to see that. I'm going to delete these, not that. Actually, I could delete that as well. Uh, yeah. You can also delete the inside of the tires as well because no one would ever see the inside of those. They're quite high poly tires, bear in mind, relatively speaking. It's like you're never going to see the insides there. So just delete those faces. Now you see I've cut basically 100 polys off the model. And I didn't even really have to go to any extremes like deleting the bottom of the vehicle or anything like that. So, say I'm going to just do another quick unwrap. I'm going to go back into the other mode, edit the object mode, do a bake. Yeah, I think that's fine. So, should I do something with those front lights? Choices. What I might just do is just add a little bit of detail to this front bit here. Can just be a little bit lazy and add a couple of cubes, shrink the faces on them. Like so. I should really just rip these faces. Separate by selection. So we'll just go back into edit mode, into object mode. And we'll just do a mirror because we're lazy. It's not really lazy, it's work smart. Smarter, not harder. Okay, and then we'll just apply that. Rejoin it with the model. Then just yeah, I think that would be good enough, I think. So just do another unwrap. I will just check. And then we'll do another bake. So we'll just hide that. Yeah, and I think that is totally fine. So we'll go back and save these images. And then we'll just do a quick re-render. Yeah, so I think that is totally fine. I'm gonna leave it at that. So I'm not gonna show you the export again. So we can just select that object, just do an export as an OBJ. Like so. And we'll just export that. And I think I will not show you the whole getting it into Supreme Ruler again. I've done that several times. So yeah, let me know what you think of the model. Like I say, if you enjoy this content, it's always worth leave a like, leave a comment, suggest a model that you would like to see me make for the Supreme Ruler series. And as always, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.